Closed captioning is brought to you by Insect Defend Patch. Deep-free protection from biting insects.
Come out every year here to British Columbia to cover lumberjack competitions, and this year I had an opportunity to go with my good friend Mike Barrett and do a little bit of Chinook salmon fishing, and we caught a 22-pounder, which I took home, and we're still eating it to this day. We're heading into the obstacle pole buck first heat. CARSON BISCHOFF taking on Bobby Dowling. Now the rules out here in British Columbia, Rod, are a little bit different from what you're used to in New Brunswick.
The things that's similar, they still have to start with their hand at the end of the log, run down. It's basically a lumberjack steeplechase. They run up the log, start their saw. Once they cross the yellow line, and of course make 2 cuts, come back down to the starting line.
Now the 2 cuts have got to be made with the bottom of the bar here, and they got to meet the cuts in the center. Unlike in New Brunswick, where you got to use both sides of the bar, just a little bit different, and they're using modified saws here. With CARSON BISCHOFF doing an excellent job. Bobby Dowling struggling a little bit to keep his balance. CARSON BISCHOFF just touching his foot over the yellow line, and CARSON BISCHOFF tagging it, clocking in with a time of 15.26. Big guy Bobby Dowling, as we see on a regular basis, the big guy's a little bit slower, not quite as ginger up top there.
And also Bobby Dowling coming from down under. This is not an event they do down there at all, so of course he's quite new to the sport.
Well, he logs in with a 23.59, not too bad. You saw him make sure that he was going to meet the cuts there. Here's a couple of veteran guys. Carl Bischoff, who's won a lot of OP races, taking on Dave McLeod. This should be a fantastic race.
You can also see the cleats they wear on the bottom of their feet. Dave McLeod's right here. See them very clearly. That's what helps them get a good grip going up that log, allows them to run as fast as they do.
A couple of years ago back in Caslow, British Columbia, I saw Carl take a real bad injury on the OP. Look at McLeod and Bischoff battling it out. McLeod's disc snaps off. Oh, it's a photo finish. Looks like McLeod just edges him out with a time of 14.25. He's done it a million times, about 90% of the way through the cut there, using the bottom of the bar, makes the cuts meet there in the center, and pop goes the cookie.
He has a phenomenally fast-cutting saw there in that event as well. These guys can actually stock these saws, which is another difference from the East Coast to the West.
Here we go, another veteran, Kevin Stewart, taking on Nick Russell. You mentioned him from Port McNeill at the top of the show. He could be one of the guys to beat here. Kevin Stewart, no slouch, carrying a pretty big saw up that log as well.
Nick Russell, transplanted to New Brunswick, where he's fast on his feet. He's also a University of New Brunswick graduate, doing a great job here in the obstacle pole, but looks like Kevin Stewart's ahead.
Both guys pop the disc off. Both guys make it past the yellow line, and Kevin Stewart edges him out with a time of 14.36, good enough for second place at this point. And look at him just touch the yellow line, just making it clear there. Rounds the corner, no problem. We saw Kevin get hurt last year in Port McNeill in this one. He's not hurting anymore this last heat. Sterling Hart taking on Terry Basso. Time to beat still Dave McLeod with a 14.25.
2 young guns here. They're fleet of foot, ready to go in this event.
Terry Basso's got his small little McCullough yellow chainsaw from years ago. He used it for the OP only as he gallops towards the bottom of the pole, makes his way up. Sterling Hart, we know he's the Ginger Ninja.
Typically log burlers are really good in the obstacle pole buck. Sterling Hart, no stranger to that at all. Oh, and he takes a tumble here and comes off the log.
Oh, he's going to hurt his family jewels on that one. Sterling Hart's going to take a DQ. Terry Basso right behind him. But what happens here, Rod? It looks like he's just coming down a little bit too quick. Very unlike the log burler Sterling Hart to do this. He hits the ground before he gets to the pass to the yellow line. At any extent, we have only a second and a half separating the top 5 guys in that amazing obstacle pole race. Dave McLeod taking it.